Welcome back, Thoroughbreds, to another episode of Penalty Broncos. We are the number one Broncos podcast that we listen to. I am coming to you from the Bandwagon Bar. We have the Ford Pack online. Been a hot minute. Langers, mate. How you going? Back from saving the fucking world, eh?
Yeah, no, back again. Apologies, boys and Thoroughbreds, for skipping another episode. It's been, I thought moving house was going to be my sort of, turbulent sort of period of the year, and then it would just be smooth sailing after that. But my life is just chaos at the moment. I finally get my personal life, sorted, and then work just kicks off. So, yeah, no, good to be back after, a substantial amount of time away. So it's always good to be back. Chores obviously have piled up with not being there. So good to get them, squared away. Got to get all them sort of done. Friday night, we had a first ever street party. So that was good. That was good to meet the neighbours, in the new street. So that was always good. Everybody's feeling the same, a little bit of nervous, but, it was good to meet everybody and whatnot. And then just, getting around, just general sort of family life, mate. That's sort of me at the moment. It's not really looking forward to footy at the moment, isn't it? Like, it's not one of those things you're jumping for joy to see at the moment, which sort of sucks. But no, can't win them all, mate. Can't win them all. But apart from that, mate, no, I'm good. What about you, Ringer, mate? How have you been?
Yeah, mate. It's been a good couple of weeks. Just keeping things alive, really. Chased a few cows around, doing general sort of maintenance around the place, as you do this time of year. Perfect weather. It's just you haven't got the heat to deal with, so Jesus, it's a nice little change out here. But this weekend coming up, sort of our biggest event out here, the Bully Camel races. It's a couple of thousand coming out. It's going to be a 3-day probably bender, to be fair. Although I've locked myself in for a lovely little 6-hour bar shift on Saturday night, which is going to be something I might regret, I dare say. But anyway, we'll get in there and have a crack. But no, it's going to be a good weekend, mate. But yeah, Brito, how'd you go, mate? You were soccering today, I heard, chasing kids around.
I was, mate. Yeah. We had a bit of a soccer carnival again this weekend. It was the 6-year-olds. We had under 7, but the 4-year-old, got involved because we were a couple short. The weather was a little bit too good, and I passed many boats as we were heading to the carnival, and it just so happened that a couple of the kiddies that were meant to turn up were on some of those boats. So we were down a few. So young fella, he put the boots on and went out, and he's hilarious. Going up against under 7s, he was just out there to sort of make up the numbers, and he copped one straight to the belly. Bit of a boost, and you see him, the look on his face, he's like, hang on, that didn't actually hurt. And then he started getting the old boxer sort of jiggle going. Like he's like, I'm in the game now. I'm in the game. So then I had to pull him off, and that ruined his thunder. So
yeah.
But
you're the shittest co-manager I've ever seen. You don't pull Rooney off when he's going good.
Oh, but other than that, I had started off shit because, if you got a brother-in-law who supports England, then you're obviously going to go for Norway. Yeah. That went to shit. And then the same brother-in-law backs the Cowboys, so that went to shit again. And then I sent a multi to the other chat that was UFC, and I think I had about 5 green ticks in a row. And I said, oh, should I cash out? And the brother-in-law said, oh, the next fighter is my favorite fighter of all time. I was like, oh, Matt, I'll just leave it on. That's an omen. Lost. So he's fucked me
3 times today.
He's absolutely fucking ripped me a new one there. Ya. So, yeah. But other than that, everything's been pretty good. Pretty busy at work still, which is good. Always good. Getting to the pointy end of the tender that we're currently doing. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing yet. We'll see what happens when Monday rolls around. A little bit of housekeeping, Thoroughbreds. Please give us a like, give us a subscribe on wherever you're listening to if you are new here. If you are not new, welcome back. I hope you enjoy the show. Leave us a voicemail, please, when you can. Doesn't matter if it's a game day. Doesn't matter if it's Monday. If you've got something to say, get off your chest. Get on the speak pipe. And let us know. You can end up on the podcast. Well, you will, because we'll definitely play you, because that shit's funny as.
Yeah.
If you want to become a sponsor, email admin@penaltybroncos.com.au. That will be in the show description. Okay, we'll move on to weekly nosebag. First thing first, we'll get into a bit of squad review. Chat that Big X is looking at an extension. Nothing official from the club, but plenty of smoke, I guess you could say. Looking at a 3-year extension. There's also chat that Billy Walters is looking at a 2-year extension. I mean, Tallis said that there was going to be a mass exodus if Madge got re-signed. I mean, Duffy's already signed again. I think Preston Ricky, I think Ublex Tafar might have re-signed recently, or one of the forwards anyway. And then if Big X and Billy come on board, I mean, that's got to be good signs. What do you reckon, Langers? Like, are you buying into this? Are you buying into the player revolt thing, or not really?
Nah. I think journalists are just scrambling there. Big X re-signing. I did see $950 a season. Is that right?
Yeah, he would be our second most expensive player.
Deserving though, like he's fucking good, right? Like he's handy to have. So yeah, I wouldn't be mad. And like with Barnett coming next year to replace Haas, then who's going to be the devastator? Is Willison going to be the Haas, and then Barnett's going to be the Willison? You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, like no, I'm not mad at it at all. I think it's a good thing. I think it's well deserved for the big fella, and yeah, fucking, I'm down for that. Billy, I'm down for Billy. I would have thought that he might have been towards the back end of his career. Like, he's getting on in age, I honestly thought that when he did his bicep, that was him, done, never to be playing in the NRL again. And now here we are, just hope and savior sort of thing, but yeah, like I'm surprised at the 2 years, to be honest with you. I didn't think that it would be. I would have thought they would have given him another, like, 1 year, maybe with Hunt, and then both of them go. New fellas come in. Next year's more of like that bridging sort of show, but maybe that's why he's going 2 years. That Hunt can do 1 year, he can do 2 years, and then Hunt goes after the first. Billy stays on for one more, just for an overview sort of thing, and then go. I don't know, but I don't know. It sort of seems like we're heavy in the halves now with him and Hunt being re-signed, Duffy, Mam, Jonah. Yeah, I don't know. But like, yeah, so happy with the Big X. I'm happy with Walters. As long as he comes back from injury, pre-injured Walters, like he was on fire before he was injured, but who knows what we're going to get, post-injury, Look at Shibba. Last year he was on fire, and this year there was no injury there, and what happened there? So, who knows what's going to happen. So if we're going to get a shit Billy Walters, then probably not keen on 2 years. But if we got, pre-injured Walters, then yeah, I'm down for another 2 years of that for sure.
Yeah, I I read an interesting comment on that post that we put up on TikTok. Somebody wants X at lock, Paddy at prop.
Yeah.
Now, I did mention that we'd already tried the Paddy thing at prop, right? And we all remember how that went. However, it was a Hetherington at lock.
Yes.
Now, Hetherington has gone down to Manly. He's running out as prop at the moment. He's doing a pretty fucking good job. So maybe Hetherington wasn't it, and someone like a Big X, who is a massive X factor and does sort of seem to want to play that that role of just be fucking anywhere sort of thing. And then we just get Paddy up front with Barnett as a 1-2 sort of thing. So I thought that was a very interesting comment. What do you reckon, Thoroughbreds? Leave it in the comment if you agree with it. But
Yeah.
I'm just looking here. Billy actually played for the Magpies on the weekend at hooker. So normally he's been playing halfback, but they swapped him to hooker. He only played 41 minutes, which I am a little bit concerned about because I would have thought Billy would have pumped out a bit more than that. He only played the one stint, did 20 tackles, and did 4 runs. So I am nervous about that. But anyway, I'll look into it. So, Ringer, mate, what's your? Are you buy like? I know it's Tallis again. That's the caveat that I've got with it. Whenever like any journalist can say it, it's all good. But then Tallis will come out and say, yeah, no, it's this is what I'm hearing. I'm like, well, then it's fucking bullshit, or something like along those lines. But what do you think?
Yeah, I think the max exodus thing's a bit wild. If you're willing to run away from the club that won you a premiership last year because of the coach, well, like, don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out. To be fair, like we understand that Madge has this sort of history of this hard nose, blah blah blah, and he gets a bit too rough, whatever. But if you don't give him 3 years to try and grind these fellas into the dirt, so they are just, powerhouses going into the season, then, I just don't think you're giving anyone a decent shot at, establishing what they want. He essentially come in with someone else's roster last year and won a comp. Like, what the fuck do you want him to do? And then this year, it hasn't gone well. We've had, and there are some red flags around whatever, but I think what he's dealing with this year is players like Benny Hunt and Renault, and the form slump of, say, Ezra and Shibber. Like that could be just a hangover from last year. But I mean, you've got these aging halves. And you've got baby halves. You haven't had this sort of continuum of the same players on the field every week. I just think it's a bit rough to be saying that it's a mass exodus. Like the Payne Haas thing, they're trying to pin that on him. Payne's been murmuring to leave for years.
Mate.
And I don't think you can pin that on Madge. And like, if you're getting a player like X to sign on for 3 years, when if he could demand $950 from PNG tax free.
Yeah.
So, and like all more, you could probably get 1.2 going up there. So, and so that's essentially 3 times as much as what he would earn in Australia. So don't, like, who gives a fuck? I think it's pretty harsh to be keeping that. Like, don't worry, that doesn't mean there's not criticism on the way we've been losing and the way we've been playing. I love to throw shade at, like, Trent Barrett just because he's got that. He has a history of this attacks falling apart, like working for a short amount of time, and then it does not continue to work when teams figure out. And I see, like, it's been a pattern wherever he's gone. You watch most of his first or second years at clubs where he's been the attack coach, blow teams off the park, and then they just do not evolve and teams figure out. So anyway, that's, Billy Walters. If you've got Reese, Billy Walters, Big X, Barnett, Staggs, Gagai, Carrigan, hopefully Karapani fucking sorts his head out, Mariner. Like that, it's not as if they call Adam access, that's still a premiership winning team that you have right there. So it's all about attitude. It's about, not to mention players like Blake Moser and Corey Pates that have been doing the damn thing for us for week in, week out, especially Patesy in a shitty losing team. Throw in Pecure and Jordan Ricky. Like, I don't understand what the talk is. It's like, the team's a great team. We just got to figure out a way to make them win again.
Yeah, 100%. I think 2 things can be true, right? I think it's definitely a rough year. Like, let's not...
100%.
It doesn't matter who and which way they split it. It's been a rough year. Now, the other thing can be true. Madge could have burnt them out, and he could be sitting there behind closed doors going, "I fucked up, lads. Sorry. We'll just have to eat shit for the rest of the year. We'll figure it out." And I'm 2 years into a contract that I'm going to see out, and Dave Donaghy has come out publicly, and for all those playing along at home who know Dave as the CEO of the two biggest clubs of the NRL, essentially, the Melbourne Storm and the Brisbane Broncos, he very rarely comes out publicly and says anything. He's a very shrewd, is that the right word I'm looking for, operator. He knows when to say and when to shut up, essentially. And he's come out and, I mean, he came out and said Kevy was safe as well, I guess, but this one seems a little bit different, I guess, in the terms of that. But, yeah, I don't know. I can't see. I mean, if it is going to be a mass exodus, I think you might as well pick the cart up, shake it, and see what shit falls out, essentially.
And I think, too, that the difference between what happened with Kev and what's happened with Madge is Kev had a premiership in his hands. We were pumping those losers, and something about the attitude in that team let Panthers back in. I know Nathan played well, but we only had to make essentially 5 tackles and that would have ended. We would have still won that comp. It was then the decline after that. You know, the hunger wasn't there. Like, the difference is with this year is that those boys lost a comp, went shit, got themselves back up to the top of the mountain by playing probably 6 weeks of the best football that we've seen ever in the premiership. Essentially, some of the best games anyway, and hard fought, and you can't deny that grand final that we all watched together, the tenacity and the blind rage and enthusiasm they played that game with to beat Melbourne in that sort of arena. I don't think you can throw that away in one season, like say this season. And no one's more disappointed than me. No one's more fucking bleeding from the heart every time we get fucking pumped by losers that we should be pounding into the core of the earth. But if we go away from Madge, I think that's just another backward step for a club that just needs some straight talk and some stability. So let's tinker around the edges, because I'm dead set. It's not a different team.
Yeah.
So that team can, and what I think, and I have been thinking is going to happen all through this losing streak, is that there's going to be a period where we click and we are the best team in the comp that don't play the 8.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fucking, it's coming. I fucking swear it's going to be like Panthers are going to win the comp because they're just the Panthers. The rest of the top 8, there's a few in there that look like they could be all right. But I mean, like, I was hanging my hat on the Dolphins and look how they fucking went.
Bro.
I think we all were. And then
holy shit.
Holy,
that was embarrassing.
Wow.
But, so, like, who's going to beat Penrith? And I just know that there's like a 3 or 4 week period where we come in and go, holy fuck, it's these. But if we got a wild card into the 8, there's a red hot chance we could win the comp again. And I just know it's coming, and I don't want it to glaze over a bad season. But I just think if we can go into the end of the year with another good, bit of hype in the boys, get all those injuries out of control, know who we're going with next year. We know that Payne's not going to be there. We know Renault's not going to be there. That leadership group needs to be, it's a restructure. This is how we're going to play the football. We're going to play Reese ball and we're going to play X ball. Like, Paddy's going to tie up the middle. Simple. You know what I mean? And I think that might take a bit of the noise away from it.
This weekend, shout out to anyone who got like 6, 7 tips, by the way. But this weekend is sort of what I was been saying for a couple of weeks now, is there are some games that will keep the bottom 8 close to us.
Yeah.
Like that, the Manly Cowboys game was a game. The Gold Coast nearly did us a massive favour, even though they would have jumped above us, but they're just still holding everyone down, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I think at the moment we still need 4 wins to be in touch, but then obviously we need to.
Yeah, we do have to win every game.
Yeah.
But ridiculously, with the bye now, we're back in 14th. So we went from 16th to 14th of the bye. But so we would have been level pegging with the Gold Coast again. So
Yeah.
and like you said, 8th is on 24.
Yeah.
It's 4. We like you said, we're 4 wins out with 8 games to go. So
With 8 games to go, right, and they say that 30 points is the number that you need. I don't think 8th is going to get to 30. That's the thing,
that's
right,
too. Like, yeah, exactly.
So
Because there's, like you said, there's Canberra, Melbourne, Bulldogs, Wests, and Manly that are all going to beat each other or beat teams or lose to teams that they shouldn't. It's going to be a hodgepodge. Which, but this is the glass that, like, fucking how half full is our glass, boy.
mate,
We're sitting in 14th going, we can still
overflowing.
fucking do it.
Yeah.
And the commentators were saying tonight, like, if Melbourne don't get away with this one at home, is their finals run over? Like, fuck no, it isn't. Ours isn't over. We're way below you guys.
Yeah, 100%. Let us know what you think, Thoroughbreds, about all that chat. If we got rocks in our heads or keeping the dream alive.
More than likely.
Yeah, more than likely. But that's all right. Somebody's got to do it. All right, we'll talk a little NRLW. We'll talk about that one bright light in our life at the moment.
Yes.
The ladies went down to Ocean Protect Stadium Thursday. Capacity of 20,000 at Shark Park, 1,496. 7.5% of the stadium turned out to play the girls, but I'm sure that'll grow. Plus, it's New South Wales. They don't get it.
Exactly.
First half, Sharkies were 4, we were 12. Second half, Sharkies ended up outscoring us in the second half with 12 points. Broncos put on 10, but it was no good. Full-time score 16-22 for our second win of the season. Sharks definitely pulled their fingers out after being pants by the Knights in the first round. I was like, shit, is this going to be... I expected better from the Sharks. And I was like, fuck, have they lost too many players here or they got too many injuries and it's just going to be, null and void, season over already? But it seems that they dug deep, definitely put up a good fight. Possession was 48% to 52%. Completion rate from the Sharkies was 81%, up against the Broncos 75%. Run meters, 1,244, 1,336 for the ladies. Tackle efficiency, 84.91% against 89.1. Sharkies made 270. We made 286. 29 missed, 26 missed, and then 19 ineffective, though, up against 9 for the Broncos ladies.
That's a great stat over 80 minutes or 70 minutes of football.
Yeah, good little stat there for that. Errors, 7 to 10. So we certainly didn't make life easy. Penalties, though, Sharkies conceded 9, and the ladies conceded 5. No ruck infringements from what I can see. 1 on report. I believe it was just a fine for the Sharkies lady. Is that right? Did we have a sin bin? Did I fuck that up? I don't think we had a sin bin. Anyway.
Well, it'd be weird to have a sin bin with no one report.
Yeah, that's it.
Unless it was just pulled down on them running away.
Would it really be weird these days?
No, it wouldn't be. Not these days. It's just like, you go. Why? I don't know.
Post-contact meters, 496, up against 468. Offloads, 5. Broncos ladies, 11 offloads.
Yeah. Fucking elite numbers.
And that'd be where the ineffective tackles came through.
Yes.
But yeah, good stuff there. Kick defusal, 64% to 69%. Speed of the ruck, 3.55 seconds to 3.72. Line breaks, 3 to 4, pretty good. Average set distance, 38.88, up against 36.12. So, it was a good battle. Bree Clark and Lillian Yarrow, the new recruit, laid an absolute platform.
Yeah.
Every single time one of those two took a run, they were bending the line, getting to their front, and then just moving. They were just able to truck it out of there so well. It was so good to watch. Did any of you guys get to watch the game?
Not live, no. I watched the highlights, but like even going through the stats there, the stats actually reflect what sort of a tight game it is. There's like there's a fair few like where we're in front, but the Sharks won a lot of the stats there, and it told in the game that we done well to stem the bleeding in that second half to hold them out because they were coming home with a wet sail there at times, like. But in saying that too, like the Sharks are a competition heavyweight.
Yeah.
We can't forget, like it's they're not a minnow of a bloody NRLW team. Like I think they were the ones that knocked us out of the bloody comp the year before last. So
Yeah, 100%. I'm just having a look here. I think I am tripping. There's no one on report. Apologies for that one. What about you, Langus? Did you get to wrap your eyes around it, mate?
I saw the last 10, 15 minutes. Julia had already scored after I had already turned it on. So it was pretty even. And then Tamika went over for her third. And it's the second week in a row. I always harp on, Tamika, anytime it's a lock, mate. Put your house on it. 2 weeks in a row, she's scored. 2 weeks in a row, I have not put a fucking bid on. Mate.
House is still on stumps.
Oh, mate, yes. Little idiot. Yeah, moron. But I mean, and now, she's played 2 games, she scored 4 tries.
Yeah.
It's starting to get to the point
50 tries in 52 games or something like that.
It's starting to get to the point where we're starting to say Tamika 2+ as your lock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her anytime bet now must be paying $1.10.
$1.03. Yeah.
Fuck all.
We're getting Winks numbers.
Yeah.
We should next year we'll just get a roll up going. We'll just bet on it the first round, just roll it into the second.
Just keep rolling it.
Yeah, see how we go.
Fuck yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that'll be good.
I'll just have a bit of a whinge here. Again, when I go to the NRL site, we had a whinge last week about Kerry Johnson not even having a
photo
profile, right?
Last year, no photo.
Yeah. Last year, round 1, Kerry scored a double, I think, in her debut for the Broncos. Didn't get credited for those tries in the stats on the NRL site, all right? And never did. I checked at the end of the season, and what she actually scored versus what was on there never came up. This year, they don't even have stats for 2026.
For NRLW.
For the NRLW. You've only got the 2025 stats, and we're round 2.
Wow.
It's
not
I don't
good
know.
enough, is it?
It's
honestly,
not good enough.
$5 billion fucking deal. I just surely there's room for 2 people to just throw those stats up from the week's NRLW games. Honestly, if you want to, we have the best female sports product literally in the world, other than probably beach volleyball. Use that. We have a foothold. It's not as if it's a minnow of a sport. I honestly believe when you watch all women's sport, I think women's rugby league is the one that has jumped the quickest into, a very entertaining game to watch for people that don't watch other women's sport, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Mate,
I'll watch the Sharks play Tigers if I can sit down and watch, and I can watch the Sharks play the Tigers NRLW. I'll do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That, I would not do that for any other code.
Mate,
I'm not playing India play fucking Pakistan in women's T20. Not a fucking hope.
Yeah. Thursday night, I adjusted my entire day based around I have to sit down and watch. And it wasn't, yes, the Broncos were playing, but I mean, it's still, the Broncos are playing. I'm going to watch sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about it. And I'm not going to get distracted because I'm going to be able to watch it for the full 70 minutes knowing I'm going to be entertained. You've got, I don't know, you've got early goats running around at the moment. You've got Jamie Chapman, you got Tamika Upton, all these running around elite performers, Julia Robinson sort of thing. It's not like it's a shit product. And it's not like you got shit athletes in there sort of thing.
Exactly. So give them some fucking stats, guys. Jesus.
Yeah. Fucking oath. I've got stats here. I can do these stats.
Yeah, exactly.
But I
Pay
can't.
Brito. Shout out NRLW. Pay Brito.
Fuck it out. It'll be Chat GPT'd out its ass.
Hey, but it'll be provided because you done doing it.
That's it. I mean, that's how fucking easy it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, disgusting sort of stuff. Let us know, Thoroughbreds, if you watched the game, what you thought. I mean, all of the debutantes and the new recruits seem to be playing their part. They seem to have bought in. It's good. Julia Robinson, I thought, was really lucky not to end up on the charge sheet for a bit of a hip drop. Yeah, that was. But the lady did stay on the field. Unfortunately, she went and fucking did something else later on, and she had to come off anyway. I'm pretty sure she dusted herself. Might have popped her elbow out or something like that. But
looking at the highlights, it looks like Southwell's just
jumped
into the driver's seat.
I'm so glad.
She's fucking good, eh?
I'm so glad you mentioned that, because Southwell, what do you want to talk about? Her kicking game is fucking elite.
All that time at the Knights with Joey, obviously looking over the shoulder, must have done, because she is leaps and bounds in front of the next best kicker in the NRL.
Yeah. The only other person I would say, and she came up against her on that night, was the halfback for the Sharkies. And if you could think I could fucking remember her name, and she played Queensland Origin too. I think she was the halfback. Yes. Sorry, the 5'8". Yeah, we're coming in because she scored. Shante Kira Ratu.
Ratu, that's right. Mate, she played in Origin. Yeah,
she's got a good kicking game as well. Yeah. But Southwell had it on a string. It was a really good product. I thoroughly enjoyed the game. Who else do we want to shout out? Bree Spreadborough, Laura Dam just kicked right off where they were last year.
Bree looks good back in the team. There was a bit of a funny season for her last year where she was in and out and sideways.
Yeah, she had a bit of injuries and shit. Bree Clark had a bit of injury as well.
Yeah, so it's good. It's good to see Bree Spreadborough, because I reckon she's a good player. I reckon she's going to be a proper gun.
Yeah, well, Lillian.
So is Big Lenarduzzi fucking backing up again?
Mate, is she?
Chelsea,
is she?
What a doozy, Lenarduzzi.
Yeah, mate. She is putting on. She had a couple of tries this last week.
That's what I'm saying.
Then, what were her stats? Her stats this week were actually, there was, I think, Romy Tidesall flattened some poor Sharks lady. And where they had the slow-mo, they had it behind the Sharks looking towards the Broncos. And Chelsea's seen Romy smack her and then went to look at something else, like, oh, where's the ball gone sort of thing from there, and then realised what she's just witnessed. And so her face is like, oh. and then she's like, yeah, sort of thing. She thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But she played 41 minutes, 9 runs, 61 meters, 20 post contact, 3 offloads, made 19 tackles, 1 missed, 1 ineffective for 90% tackle efficiency.
3 offloads in 9 runs. Pretty decent. Fucking.
She's killing it in the offloads. Ringer pointed out last week, most of the open play that we got was from her getting an offload.
Didn't she have 5 offloads or something, or 6 offloads last week? Something ridiculous. So she's just going back to fucking murdering teams again.
Yeah,
she might as well fucking lace up for the blokes then.
Mate.
Yeah, chuck her in, coach. We need a fucking offload.
You know?
Mate, I'd put Southwell in for a kicking, to be honest.
What harm can it do?
Exactly. Between Benny Hunt and fucking Renato this year, we just kick it into other players, kicking fucking out in the fall.
Yep. Chelsea had 4 offloads last week, so she's racking them up.
7 and 2
I can tell you,
I
can't tell you if she's leading the comp in offloads because fucking
we don't know.
We don't know. So, but anyway, we'll move on from that. Let's talk Origin.
No.
Too bad. We are going to run through. So, State of Origin talking points. Queensland 1 game, New South Wales 2. Unfortunately, the trophy went south of the border. And my God, the carry-on online, apparently Queenslanders, it's only the New South Walesmen that are allowed to whinge about ref calls. And when they lose, we're not allowed to be salty. Everyone forgets about Joey sitting there on the panel going, well, now we've got to listen to your bullshit for the next 12 months.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And then they're all getting up poor old Cam Smith for having a sour face on national TV. Fucking righto. Ease up. But first reactions. It hurts because it was at Suncorp. We all expected Queensland to finish the job after Melbourne. Let's be honest, we all thought Melbourne was just an extension of the first half of game one.
Yes.
New South Wales were simply better for longer periods, but there are still plenty of talking points. Was this Queensland's worst Origin performance under Billy Slater, Langans?
Yeah, I'd put under Billy. Yeah. Yeah, how long has Billy been coached for? 3, 4 years?
Well,
3 years.
Wayne did the
2020,
worst.
so it'd be...
So, yeah, 5.
It might be 5. Yeah.
5 years.
And, I mean, I can't really say,
Yeah, look, it wasn't great, was it? Like, I think it wasn't great because everybody was expecting more of first half of game one and more of game two. And then, the errors started to come and just the bullshit happened. And then, Capos slips over and then suddenly, So,
fucking hand
man, I would
the
say
phantom
that
finger.
probably, look, it's not their worst performance ever, but it's probably their worst one lately.
What about you, Ringer?
Yeah, it wasn't great. And the worst thing is, I was never, ever, ever more confident of a fucking New South Wales win when everyone started saying, oh, we can't wait to fucking pump them at home. It's like, have you cunts not watched State of Origin before?
Yeah.
This is exactly what we do to those losers. We get away with one game, we get pumped in another game, we go down there, they say, this bunch of losers couldn't fucking beat a bloody bush footy team at the moment. How are they going to beat the might of New South Wales? And we come away and do it. And I'm like, I just hated it so much. And when they're like, oh, New South Wales are down out, and I was like, fuck. Because the thing with Origin, right? The thing with Origin and why it works so well, the teams are both so fucking good that 2% of wanting it more is the difference between winning and losing a game.
Yeah.
And I think, from like we were saying, it was a bad performance by us, but they wanted it more, and they did. And that's just what happens in Origin. That's why it's so fucking cool. But yeah, I think the things that got caught out were when they got a roll forward, they found out our edges, especially, unfortunately, KB. They found that slower foot, that half a yard, bit of age. They just found that area when they got a roll on. Nathan found that weakness and they targeted it, and they got a bit of reward for it. Unfortunately, players like Selwyn Cobbo and Sammy Walker that had been shooting the lights out, it was inevitable that there was going to be a hiccup, and it just happened to be in the decider.
Yeah.
But yeah, in saying all of that, it's still a game. You take away the Bostock one where he touches it, and admittedly, they still get the ball down that end, but it probably doesn't lead to a try. We could tee off on them down in their corner. I'd love for Bunker to scrutinise Max Plath, how they caught Max Plath offside, even though he didn't come.
Yeah.
Didn't even fucking play a part in the try. Did they scrutinise the one in the first game where Teddy wasn't offside, but pretty much every single player on his outside was offside when he scored that game-winning try? Like, there was no scrutiny. There was zero amount of scrutiny in that one. So, but the thing that got me the worst, and the thing even worse than the Bostock stuff, for me, was Klein. Every time Harry Grant did it probably 4 or 5 times, and Harry Grant does not mess with this shit, especially 4 or 5 times in a row. When he sees a marker that's not square, he picks the ball up and runs directly into him. And not once did we get a 6 again call. Not one time. And that's how we build our momentum. This is like tackle 4. We're rolling downfield, tackle 4. We've had a quick play the ball. Harry spots a marker out. He goes whack, and we usually get a 6 again, and then we just start rolling. We did not get one, and Harry is the best at it in the comp. You cannot tell me that not one time in that whole period was not one of them markers not square. So, anyhow, honestly, they are the worst calls in that whole game for me, is because Harry does not fuck that up, and we did not get one. And that's how we build our ascendancy. We get a quick play the ball. Harry does that shit, and then bang plays the ball. And then you've got Tino, Cotter, fucking just players going whack, whack, whack. Next thing, Munster, Kalen, and take it from there, you know. So honestly, I think that was the most egregious part of the whole night for me. So anyway, I didn't go to bed in flowers and rainbows that night. It was darkness, like thoughts.
Oh, mate, you and probably fucking 90% of the state.
Exactly.
To be fair, well, the attendance on the night, 52,452. You're looking at 48 short of a maximum crowd capacity.
Yeah.
And they were stuck on a bus somewhere, poor bastards.
Broken down, fucking.
Yeah, broken down.
Look, I think the biggest one obviously was the Bostock thing. Like, there was a bit of chat. We were talking after the game. Like, oh, well, you know, these many mistakes and this many missed tackles. No, you're right. You do not win Origin with, what was it, 50 missed tackles?
Yeah, it's something ridiculous.
You don't win Origin. But how many came about because we were not getting the calls, the momentum wasn't going our way, all that. Like, yes.
3 of them straight away. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're right. Ponga, missed tackle and best, there's one. We'll just start going from there. Like, what were you going to say, Ringer?
No, but I was going to say the 3 tries. So if you take Bostock's one away, the one where Cobbo was obviously tackled, he was getting up to play the ball and they stole it off him.
Yeah. Well, there was a hand on him as well.
And so, he thought he had to play the ball. He wasn't protecting the ball from someone pinching it off him.
Yeah.
Because what annoys me about that one is if he stood up and run 50 metres, they probably would have called it back. Oh, no, you were held.
Yeah.
Okay, but you can steal the ball off him and score a try. And then the last one, the Huddy Young one, the game was over, I understand, but
it was passed off
because the game's over doesn't mean it's not passed off the fucking ground.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's 3 straight away that, you know, it makes it a lot tighter situation.
I'm going to be, and we'll talk about old mate Ashley. I mean, he'll get Origin next year.
Yeah, of course he will.
Because, you know, we know he will. I can now not take the Bunker or Ashley seriously, knowing what has come out with his gambling. And now with the with the NRL, it's not good enough to come out the next day and go, oh, look, yeah, it was a tough call, but it did appear that he did touch it when we're talking about Bostock. Well, then why are we paying $20-odd million for you to just come out and say the same excuses that you came out and said when we didn't have a bunker?
Yeah, exactly.
And someone did
say... This is what the bunker is for.
Yeah, and then Leaguey. So I got on in Leaguey's comment section the other day because he put up something. And I was like, well, you know, I said our piece sort of thing. He said, oh, but it was to eliminate the howler. I was like, yeah, but now we've just redefined the howler. We've just gone, if that had been Bill Harrigan back in the day and we had the grainy shit footages or whatever, and you'd be sitting there going, fuck, did he touch that?
Yeah.
And well, blow the whistle.
But there's no bunker. There's no one looking over your shoulder to not get it wrong.
But and he wouldn't have gone to the video ref.
No.
And we would never have seen that footage again, potentially. No. Or we would have, but it would have been a week later when somebody fucking, you know, zoomed it in or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, so we're either going to...
saying that too, so Harrigan, and you're dead right. Harrigan would have said, oh yeah, that's a try. How could you see that finger?
Yeah.
The feel of the game goes, but in the same breath, Toya's try is also a try because he didn't call the player
exactly.
offside.
Yeah.
So it swings and roundabouts, isn't it? That's how that's how the game, when you got good officials, that's how it runs. Like you don't pick up here, you pick up down the track.
And I'm not saying it just because obviously we got burnt. I mean, you see it in Clubland just
every game
all the time. And then I even made a joke on the weekend in one of the games. I believe it was the same bunker official that was possibly doing the WARS game. And they're like, oh, why is he taking so long to review this decision? And like, well, after Origin, he's probably a bit timid. I'm like, well, fuck. Like I just, yeah. Anyway, I don't know.
And it is hard because if that person is getting timid, why is it all resting on him?
Mm. Oh, and I'm also not going to swallow the fact that Telstra went out in the morning that there was an effect for the bunker.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Well, we could all see it here. The whole stadium seen it. All the commentators seen it. So it's like,
that's
if
what
you didn't
I mean.
see it, well, fucking, what are they sitting in there watching it on a fucking
that's okay? So
razor phone?
That's the other fucking pissed off thing. If the commentators are all sitting there going, it's going to be called back. He touched it. Yeah. And
even Joey too.
Even Joey's like, shit, you know.
Yeah, shit.
I'm sorry. Then I'm not copping an apology from the NRL the next day saying, they actually got the call. We know, mate.
Yeah.
You're telling us stuff we already fucking know.
Yeah, I'm very much aware.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep last night because of it. Thanks for that apology.
Anyway, should the NRL publicly explain major decisions after every Origin is a question I got here. And is it time for greater accountability? Langers, do you think how would you make the referees accountable?
Well, yeah, like, like just sort of like tacking on to what you were just saying. Like they come out and go, oh, yeah, we got it wrong. It's like, how did you get it wrong?
Yeah, exactly.
Who got it wrong?
How
did you get it wrong? What are you doing in that bunker? Because like from the footage that I've seen that bunker, it's like dark room, cunts are in there. There's fucking screens fucking everywhere. There's one cunt running the show and there's all these people and all they're doing is watching replays. So how the fuck can you fuck that up? Like, that's what I want to know. And then like, next day, yep, we got that wrong. And it's like, how did you get that wrong? Who got it wrong? What was the process in the fucking bunker that you have been relying on that has led to this wrong fucking decision? Yeah, like everybody saw that he touched it. It wasn't like maybe 50-50 sort of call. Everybody saw it. We all saw it. New South Wales fucking seen it. All the commentators saw it. So, yeah, fucking oath. Fucking accountability, front and center, cunts. Fucking firing squad with the fucking AKs. No, but like,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Bunker dude's just like, oh my God.
No, but like, I think accountability on like how that happened, how these errors happening in today's technology riddled fucking game where everything is filmed down to just the microscopic fractions of frames of film. No, it's I don't understand how it happens. I don't get it. And then like we as a society, they just come out and go, we got it wrong, and then we go, okay. And then that's it. Like, that's it. What happens now? No one gets fined. No one loses their job. No decisions get overturned.
No shields are returned.
And like, there's no more scrutiny. There's no more scrutiny. There's nothing. There's nothing now. Like, that's it.
What do you reckon? Make whoever made the decision stand in front of a PowerPoint and go, well, I use this frame here.
Yeah,
and that's what I base my decision.
Yeah.
But then you could have somebody on the other side go, yeah, but you can clearly see in this frame on this angle that you got it fucking wrong.
Someone stood up there. If someone stood up there and said, this is the best angle we thought that we could see. We've seen all the angles, and this is the one we made our decision off. We cannot see that ball touching that finger. And if that's true, like if that's what they believe. If they stood up and said that, would you be? I'd be a lot more like, oh well, maybe he just fucked it up.
You'd respect it a lot more. If
Of
they
course I would. Yep.
they backed their decision and said, "This is how we came to our decision. This is what we fucking
Yep.
thought of at the time," then you'd be like, "Oh, okay." Or you'd be like, "Well, you're a fucking moron if you chose that fucking frame to base your decision off."
Exactly.
You know, like then you could tee off even more.
Enter firing squad from Lakers again.
I was going to say, now I've just got a face that I can call a dumbass. Instead of a
make
mystery.
it way like the anonymous mask.
I know that fucking voice. That's you, Klein.
I know that ball hit it anywhere, actually.
It's reflecting off that screen behind you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you say nothing happens, but then three dickheads on a podcast get on and whinge for about fucking 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's the scrutiny that they deserve, really. Third point. Did injuries cost Queensland? Game 1, Tommy did an out before game 1, right? Patrick Carrigan injured after game 1, missed game 2, didn't play game 3. I'm going to be honest, I don't think he was ever ready to play. I think it was smoke and mirrors from Billy, and he was never ever making the field. He just continued his rehab in the Queensland squad. That's my hot take. Lindsay Collins, unavailable through concussion. Jeremiah Nanai only returned from injury in the third game. We just never really settled on those middle rotations, I guess. The Lindsay Collins one cannot be underestimated. Like that, Lindsay, big lurch, is a serious factor when it comes to State of Origin.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon? If Queensland field's the strongest 17 for all 3 games, does the series finish differently, Ringer?
Yeah, obviously you'd love to have your best 17 available, but I mean, we still had a red hot team on the park. I just think it was pretty obvious after the first Cleary try, and and it's not, you can't blame Capel because he's been our best player in others, but you could see they were doing everything to get some one-on-ones with him. And from that first try, you could see they were kind of come at that edge.
But that was also Cotter too.
Yes, and because Cotter's playing the middle, he's playing the right edge for the first 2 games. But I mean, since they got Martin there, that really annoys Munster, Cleary and Crichton on that right edge. I think they you could see that that's what they were going to attack. That slightly older bloody player. So I don't know. I don't know whether you could have saved a rotation there and maybe moved Capel to the middle when someone got a bit gassed and put Nano on slightly earlier, just to put those, better leg speed, bit quicker feet on that edge. But for, what's it called? Hindsight's got 20/20 vision. So, but after the second time, you're like, oh, this is starting to get. But in the same breath, Cobbo was a master stroke for them in that second try.
Yeah.
He held back and ended up with nothing after all of that. And Mark got the flick pass out anyway. So
yeah. What about you, I guess, mate? Like, I mean, it's pretty obvious if he did have the full 17, but what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah. Look, game 1 was obviously Caleb getting sent off was obviously the big factor in game 1. So that's not, I don't think Tommy Dearden not being injured would have changed. Maybe, if Tommy Dearden was on the field, maybe we still could have held him out. Who knows? But no, I wouldn't chalk up losing game 1 to injuries.
Yeah.
Game 2, obviously, you're not going to change that team. And then game 3, I don't feel like we lost that game because we picked the wrong person.
No,
we couldn't pick the right person because they were injured.
Yeah.
So no. I'm going to say no. We didn't lose this series because of injuries. No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. The Liam Martin Munster thing. Fuck, I love that little rivalry.
Yeah,
It's
a
just-
ripper.
Fucking hate
It's-
Liam
They
Martin.
fucking hate
Mate.
each other.
Fuck, I hate Liam Martin. God damn. God damn.
Do you know what? Another thing as
He is
well?
hard to be around, I bet. Fuck. Sorry.
You'd love him
But
in
he's
your
one of
side,
them
but
cunts, though, eh? He's
Yeah.
one of them cunts. If he was our asshole, he'd be
Oh.
like the coolest cat ever.
You'd love
eh?
the cut, mate. Yeah, but
he
yeah.
isn't, so fucking.
one thing I can't understand. So I don't know if I name and shame him, but anyway, there was a post put up after the game about Liam Martin. Oh, now I think he's a strong walk-up start for Origin. Bro, he would have been a walk-up start for Queensland 6 years ago.
Yeah.
What are you
exactly.
talking about?
about?
Like, are you
Exactly.
only just seeing what he does for your state now?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He was injured, you idiot, for
Yeah.
a start. Like,
Yeah.
of course he's a
Oh,
walk-up start.
yeah. Oh, Queensland would love him.
Oh,
We'd
he'd be our
make sure.
captain.
Yeah. We'd make sure there was a spot for him, regardless.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Just quickly before we move on, before
yeah.
we talk about I think Britton Nickera needs a fucking big rap
Yes.
because fuck, he done some good work on Payne Haas. They're trying to get Payne Haas at Sammy Walker a lot, and they succeeded a bit. But Britton Nickera from the inside chopping Payne's legs, I
Yeah.
think 2 or 3 times
Yeah.
and grounding him. God, you got to give him big raps because that's fucking hard to do, and no one else seems to be able to do it. And he done a pretty good job considering.
He did.
Because
He did.
what was telling is that they went like 3 times at Walker when they were running Payne on an edge. Britton done that, and then all of a sudden he's running at the other edge.
Yeah.
So like they marked that as like, oh, Britton's got he's got that inside number. He's quick enough to get across, and he's doing an actual job of getting him down. So
I will
you got to
shout
give him a
out.
shout out. Actually,
I'll shout out Britton Nickera for another reason. He's one of the Kiwi guys that could become eligible. And there's a couple of people in the group chat that, oh, well, are you really going to be able to bleed for the jersey? Do you really love it like that?
yeah.
And by the end of game 3, they were like, I got it wrong. Britton Nickera loves the fucking jersey.
Yeah, he was, fucking A.
So, and he was having
and
a
not
red hot
only
crack.
how good is that though? Our right edge back rower for probably the next. Well, Nickera's a bit older, but I mean the succession is that you've got Finifawayaki, Helen Lukey, and Britton Nickera all battling to be run on right edge.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking hot lineup
Yeah.
going into the future, isn't it? Like, so
Yeah, I think
all of them should be in the fucking team, but who's going to be the one that actually grabs a spot? So that's going to be a cool thing to watch over the next couple of years.
Billy Slater, let's have a chat about him. One poor series doesn't erase everything. He has already won Origin Series. Players clearly buy into him and what he's all about. His culture remains incredibly strong. Is it official that he's coaching next year? I haven't seen
they
anything.
got one. I think it was on the day, didn't it, that we got the 1 year deal over the line.
Was that official? Official?
Well, it mightn't have been. I just seen a headline saying boost for Maroons with a 1 year deal. But maybe that was just what the talks were, because
maybe
I think they wanted him for 3, and he said, "No, I'm only doing year by year," which is fair enough.
Oh, definitely, especially with Craig. You reckon we'll see him in the NRL or what? I'm fucking shit scared.
Hot take, fucking Thoroughbreds, but I'm less worried about him. Not worried. I'm less thinking that he might go to Melbourne, as if Madge shits the bed next year. He's coming to Brisbane. Him and Cam Smith.
Damn, that's some tinfoil hat shit.
But I mean, acreage for his horses is a lot cheaper in Queensland than it is in fucking Victoria. Like, he could sell that, get his $2 million a season contract up here, probably buy half a Toowoomba for his horse stable. Wagner's would give him a fucking excellent little training trial.
True.
Maybe I'm just wish casting it, but just with Cameron up here.
Let us know, Thoroughbreds, what your thoughts are.
Yeah.
It would be of note that Cameron came on board and we've gone to shit, but you reckon he's scuttling the ship to let Billy in or something?
Well, I don't know, but I mean, well, and that's another thing that hasn't been touched on. You've got Madge Maguire and Cameron Smith in your coaching setup. I think we can take a fair bit of blame off the coaches, can't we?
Yeah.
Maybe the players need to pull some fingers out of holes.
Yeah, shout out to Madge going into camp to New South Wales too in Game 3, and then they turn around and flog us too. Fuck
exactly.
you.
the last bloke to beat us in a fucking decider, mind you.
Yeah. And Laurie's not back next year, so we can just be like, well, I won the last game. That's fine. That's good. Wasn't anything to do with you. I did have on here, does Billy need to evolve tactically rather than emotionally? Anyone want to answer that question? I feel like Billy does a pretty good job media-wise and emotionally. And fucking, this is going to sound absolutely rough, Thoroughbreds, but just bear with me. We've had Munster's dad pass away, and then we had Tino's dad pass away. I'd be getting pretty fucking nervous if my son played Origin. and I'm around that 50 like I don't want to be a martyr for the fucking for the trophy to come back, you know what I mean? But so the emotional thing, and he does make some weird picks, so you'd have to think that that's got a little bit of tack about it. Or is he playing into that emotion even further when he picks people like Capewell, when he brings Big Papa back, all that sort of stuff? Like, does he need to evolve? In which area do you think, Langers? It's a bit of a weird question.
That is a weird question, mate.
Yeah.
Applying the blowtorch real early, Bruno.
Yeah,
Thanks.
like,
That's all right. Thoroughbreds, if you can answer that question, I think it's a great question. But yeah,
it is a great question.
Where does Billy lack?
I think, like you can't get held up in the past of like Cape Isle. We'll just use Cape Isle as an example just because he slipped over, which sort of sucks because he slipped over. Like he didn't, he didn't miss the tackle, he slipped over. So, but, you'd have to think that if there was an up-and-coming player in a position that you're like, he is better in that position, but then you've got an ex-player who played okay in Origin last year, then there may be a tendency that you would pick that older player just because he's done the Origin camp, he gets Origin, he's done it before,
Yes.
So maybe that might be that an improvement there, I guess. I don't know. But in saying that, I'm not unhappy with Billy being our coach. You know what I mean? I don't think that he has too many areas to improve. Love watching him when the Maroons are in camp. He's out on the field. He's got his hat backwards so he can fit more dicks in his mouth, which I don't like. But apart from that, he's on the field with the lads. He's got the halves there. He's he's in there with him. He's not just standing back on the side dictating. He's fucking doing. He's there in him. He's showing them. He's getting their hips angles and all that sort of stuff. He's there with them. You can tell that he just fucking loves it. For that, I'm all keen for him to still be the coach. I don't think we lost that because Billy is still our coach. I don't think that at all. I rate him. I would be more than happy if Broncos do Broncos shit and want to fucking stab Madge in the back and fuck him off, and then suddenly Billy Slater is available. You wouldn't be overly unhappy with that, right? Yeah, I don't know, man. I like Billy. I like his systems. It just seems that Wednesday didn't really pan out for us. A lot of errors sort of fucked us. Can't really blame the coach for that one. So, yeah, without really answering your question, mate, I'm happy with him, to be honest.
Fuck, who knew Billy be catching strays like that from a fucking...
Well, to be fair, there's only one reason why you wear a cap backwards, right?
Well,
give me another... Let me know, Thoroughbreds, because it's the only reason why I can see. Ridiculous.
Yeah, fair. I don't think we want to see that in the comments. Fuck. What have you done?
Video evidence, that's great.
What about you, Ringer? You've had a bit of time to sit there and chew on that one.
I've only had one thing cross my mind, and that's I'm never putting my hat on backwards when I'm riding my bike into the wind ever fucking again. I know that. I'm carrying that bitch in my hand.
Or around Langers.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah,
Is that an invite,
golf.
sir?
Yeah, you're playing golf. Get dragged into the bushes.
Oh, fucking clip that up. So, in long story short, yes, I don't think I don't think any of the reasoning around why we lost was because of Billy or the tactics or whatever. I think he's the perfect mold for what we want. I just think we missed the mark by that, like I said, 2 to 5%, which is all you need in Origin. Like you're on the, and I fucking especially hate when we were so dominant for that first like 6 or 8 minutes, and you don't come up with points. It always just stabs me in the chest a bit because it's like,
Yeah,
we've done this to the fucking pricks so many times where we've been under the pump, held them out, gone down the other end and scored. And Mitchell Moses needs a fucking big rap because there were times there where we were pumping them inside their 30. He'd step back and kick it and we'd catch it 15 from our try line.
Yeah.
yep.
It was fucking incredible.
Another fucking comment, sorry to break in here, another comment that I seen on the fucking socials, someone having a massive crack whinging about Smith and whatever. But then he goes and says, Moses kicked, that's what you need in Origin. We know. We had Daly Xavier Evans for fucking years doing the exact same thing to you. Yep. And now we all knew that Moses has a boot on him, and that's why you get that's why I keep saying that Clifford for the Cows keeps getting selected, because he's got a massive fucking boot on him, and he can get you out of trouble. Reece Walsh does it for us weekly, getting us out of trouble. That big boot, and Moses played it so fucking well.
And especially now, and that's even Joey has said it in the past, is like, there's no benefit for pinning a team in their corner if you can't get to the kicker. Now you're not allowed to touch them, so you can bash and bash and bash and bash, and then they throw it to the kicker, and you have to be like, okay, now kick it as far as you can, and I'm not allowed to go near you.
Yeah,
and it's like, it keeps teams in games where they shouldn't be. Like, we should be knocking him off his feet. We should be catching the ball on our 50 and pumping these losers. But, but that's how the game is. So you've got to give him credit for it. It was blowing my mind how many times we would have them pinned, and the next thing we're catching it on our fucking 10. It's like, well, we might as well just let them get to the 50. Like, fuck. Yeah. Save their energy.
Yeah, that's it. Hope he kicks it fucking dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Righto, where does Queensland improve now? Now, there's a couple of positions here that I'd like to quickly debate. Fullback, Reece Walsh, still the future. Callum Ponga remains elite. What are we doing next year? Who's running out at number 1? I'll go Langers.
It's too early, but I mean, you'd like to see
played
Reece.
well.
Yeah, he did play well. When he came on, he did play well. I would say Reece. I'm going to say Reece. Fuck Kalen.
Bringer.
Kalen would have to have a huge drop-off to lose it for me, just because that's what the culture you want to set is like, because we can't forget that for 2 games, Kalen fucking dominated.
Yeah.
But yes,
mate,
Reece was sexy for periods there. He just couldn't quite slip through. The support wasn't there a couple of times. You're like, ugh. This could have been a lot, but he looked good, and I loved it for his confidence, at least, because it just says to him, at the end of the day, mate, just fucking pin the ears back, because look how good you can be.
Yeah, I genuinely got excited for our hopes when we watched it. I'm like, if you do that in a Broncos jersey, fuck, this is gonna be so good.
It should tell all his fucking teammates too. Is like, if I do nothing else all game, is when he runs the ball, just be near him, because he has an absolute freakish ability for not a huge man.
Yeah.
To be just getting held onto by the hips and standing there like this, like, support, please. Like,
All right. Halves. We're going to have a fucking massive headache next year. Well, not in I think Dearden walks back in, but Sammy Walker, brilliant game 2, had a tough night in game 3. I mean, 3rd game of Origin, though. shock me. He has to have a bad game at some point. What are we doing there, guys? Dearden, Walker, Ringer?
Yeah, well, I honestly, this is a kind of a thing to say, and it's going to bite me in the ass. I know it will, but there's a chance where we play Walker and Dearden if they're both
Yeah.
shooting the lights out. Like, Munster's the captain, and you're obviously not going to drop him. But I mean, there's more of a chance in my mind, there's more of a chance for Munster not to be hurt or to not be in the right space to be doing it. Because you know what Dearden's going to do. He could be playing fucking reserve grade. You put him in that jersey, he's going to put on a performance. And Sammy's just got that X factor that I think you need to have in there somewhere. So, yeah, I don't know, mate. It's a shame we're not talking about Ezra or, you know, our blokes that we should be putting up there, but we're not. So,
well, that's the other thing. I guess you answered a different question is if one of them go down, who gets the nod? And it's, you know, essentially those three you're looking at, because Ezra at the moment's a distant fucking memory, to be honest.
Exactly.
But what about you, Langers?
Mate, I love me a Tommy Dearden, so I'll probably back him in.
Turn your hat backwards for him.
No, yeah.
Yeah, he would.
But Munster. I don't know. Like, you know, Ringer said, you know, he is the captain. And you're not going to drop the captain, but fucking tell that to DCE after game one. You know, so who knows? Who knows? Munster is roller coastering on his form the last sort of little period.
Yeah, true.
You know, doing these one sort of things. So, yeah, maybe there is a Sammy Walker, Tom Dearden future for our halves. You know, it's not crazy. It's not a crazy chat.
I'm probably, this will bite me in the ass. Wouldn't be surprised if Munster hangs up the Origin boots.
Could be.
Just the way that there's been chat and talk about where he's going next or whatever he wants to do, and it seems to be more around getting a premiership about it, sort of thing. So maybe, I don't know, we'll yet to see about that one. I'll just give a quick shout out. Robert Toyer could possibly, and this is a massive hot take early on in his career, could he look at eclipsing Greg Inglis in terms of, like, he's like, come on, like, hey, he's grown, he hasn't got his man body yet, and he's doing some pretty incredible things. Like, even in Clubland, you know, on the weekend, he just came back and monstered it. You know, so I hate doing it because Inglis was fucking elite, but Bobby T, I think he's got something about him.
I reckon he's going to be our best defensive centre if the trajectory stays the same. Mind you, he got denied a fucking excellent try that he probably should have got given, which just adds to his stocks because I think he's scored a fair few in the few games that he's played for us. But no one gets by him.
Yeah.
Like, he's an elite, like, him. But yeah, my concern is not for the right, because no matter what happens on our right, we have Jojo, we have Toya, we have Phil Sami, you know, we've got right edge. My concern is our left edge. If Hammer goes down, with no Val Holmes playing any sort of decent football, who do we put there? Like, we don't have a Mariner. Like, Mariner's played Kiwis, and I don't think he's eligible.
Nah, he came over too late.
Purdue maybe, but fuck, he'd want to have to improve defensively.
Chester?
But he plays right too. You know what I mean?
So, yeah, he does too.
You know, well, we're thinking Jack Howarth, but Jesus, he's on the outer at Melbourne. Anyway, so that's a talk for the future. But I mean, that's where my head's leaning. In centre stocks is like, well, I love Robbie Toy. He's
I love
fucking
Robbie.
weapon. What's his, like, this is his 6th game of Origin.
6, I think.
6th game of Origin and his 36th game of NRL or something stupid like that. One of the most ridiculous ratios ever.
What about you, Langers? You like a Bobby T, mate, or
I do, and yeah, like what the lad's 21 years old, so we've got plenty of
Baby,
time
yeah.
in the industry. So
I'm
yeah,
going on the record. I'm
yeah,
saying I reckon.
Oh, look, that's a big chat though, eh? Gee,
Yeah.
fucking aim high, Willis. You know, like fuck me. But no, I do rate a Bobby T, and yeah, I think he will be our centre for
Yeah,
foreseeable future for the Maroons if he keeps just doing what he has been doing for sure.
Hey, aim for the stars, hit the moon. That's what I say. All right. Now the middle rotation, like I said, we never really got settled there. I mean, but the future looks good. Like if everyone's playing the form and everyone isn't injured, you've got Carrigan, Tino's still got a couple of years, Cotter, Horsburgh, Psycho Plath, Flegler, Nanai. Like there's just a big list there. And there'll be some freaks coming through next year or the year after sort of thing. So, I mean, we're not lacking on the forwards there. I don't know if you guys, I think the main reason I was asking this is there anyone else that I missed that I forgot about?
More than likely, but I can't think of any.
Yeah. Collins, like obviously Colin needs to be on that list. And I still can't get over he's 26. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you know that, Langers?
I'm excited for players.
Lindsay Collins is 26 years old.
He's 30. Didn't we had this chat?
Yeah.
Like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah. Look it up. He's gonna look it up.
I am.
He's out of the hills by hard riding. Oh, fucking Lindsay Collins.
How many Lindsay Collins are there? Fuck me dead.
I'm trying to think of somebody else.
Lindsay Collins is 30 years old. He was born April 17, 1996. He's 30 years old.
Which is still 5 years of origin in him.
Yeah, we had this chat. He's 30 years old. Like I thought the cunt was like 46.
Yeah.
He's so he's got another few years in origin, I think, for sure. So
how old's Tino?
He's like fucking 23 or something like that. He's still young as fuck.
He's still pretty young. I think he's 20. I don't think he's 30 yet.
Youngest captain ever, wasn't he? For the
he's 20. He's 26.
Yeah.
I think February 16, 2000.
There you go.
But yeah, I'm sort of excited for players like Arama Ho at
Titans.
He's a fucking weapon. That Patterson that's coming through there is a bit of a fucking legend too.
Clark from the Storm. He's in New South Wales, isn't he?
Oh, I think I googled him. He's a New South Welshman.
Yeah.
What about Elian Lukey for the Cowboys? He's
Elian Lukey. He's another edge. There's heaps of them.
Yeah.
What I'm terrified the most of is Talis fucking Duncan. I hope they don't pick him ever because fuck that cunt can play football.
Fuck yeah. Fucking
anywhere. But I think we've got some good stocks there.
Yeah.
Like even players, and this is the other criticism about the Broncos. Where are our boys that are coming up? You know, Vaha is great. I think he's going to be very good. Is he origin material? Maybe not. Like, you got to know. But players like Banter that probably would have been are not there anymore, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They're the sort of, that's the next step for us is to start bringing these boys up. Because we used to be, it just to be like, who's going to play for the Maroons in 5 years? It'd be like, list 17 fucking Broncos juniors that are coming through killing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, there's that one young player. He played under 19 State of Origin.
Oh, yeah.
On the edge? Tupu Francis. Yeah, he's signed with us, and he's a fucking weapon. I reckon he has a big off season, and he might get a couple of games.
Top 30 squad.
Yeah, sort of thing. So it'll be interesting to see how he develops as well.
Yeah.
Especially with Big X there.
Yeah, fucking up.
But yeah. Anyway, We don't. I had a little thing here about credit where it's due, but we've already fucking done it. So fuck them. We're not going to. Shout out to Payne Haas for finally having a dominant Origin game.
Yeah.
He played really well, and I know it's the same boat as Cleary, where well, they are devastating at clubland. Why can't they do it? Blah blah blah. I honestly, Haas obviously worries me, but he never seemed to worry us as much as what he should. If that makes sense. So it was good to be like, oh shit, he's running at Sam Walker, sort of thing. Like,
which they've unlocked him. Fuck.
Yeah, fuck, sort of thing. So shout out to Payne, like, well done, mate. Technically, the Shield is still at the Broncos. If we go, mad little stat that somebody did comment and ask me, and I had to do the Googling. Game 2 was the only game since the Broncos came in that Queensland didn't have a Broncos player make the field.
Wow.
It was the first time ever.
Don't love it.
Don't love it. No.
Love it.
So thankfully, Reece came along and did what he did in game 3 and made everything right in the world. But first game ever. I think you could count 97 if you're going to get into the woo-woo because of the league wars, but also don't think you can. Like, let's just not do that. But that was it. So, very rich history in that one. Moving forward, what have we got here? New South Wales moving forward. Who's going to be their coach? Who do they go for?
Andrew Johns.
I don't understand why he hasn't already.
Did you hear his interview though, where he's like, he just does not want to. He does not want that responsibility. He said, I do not want to be in the position of being in the box, having to make those decisions because I know my head would be too fucked.
Yeah, and I did see that. Yeah.
Fair enough. But I mean, that's what you've got assistants for. Like, you could have him as the token.
Yeah. I just think anyone's going to get a state
Matt
up.
King and Brett White and Boyd Cordner. I reckon Boyd Cordner would be a fucking gun for New South Wales because what are you going to coach him? Like, if Boyd Cordner can instill his... Because he's probably my favourite New South Wales player, Boyd Cordner, because that can't turn up day in, day out, just do the shit work and not be... He wasn't a dirty cunt. He'd play hard and he'd smack you, but he was never an arsehole.
Yeah. No, that's good. It'll be interesting where they go. Any from you, Langers? Anyone?
Maybe Cleary? Maybe if he's
that fucking makes me
wind up
nervous.
the fucking club and just do 3 weeks a year and still get $300,000 a year.
Well, I mean, New South Wales do think that it's a part-time role, so he probably could do that.
Yeah, well,
I did hear Johnsy say he wouldn't be able to sit there and study the game like Billy does or like Madge does, and just get that deep into it sort of thing to be able to go through with it. But, I mean, maybe you don't need to do that either. That's just their way of doing it. If you're not telling me that everyone these days knows Andrew Johns and Matty Johns. If you do anything with rugby league, you know those two.
Yeah.
And you don't know the other one without the other, you know what I mean? Like, you know both of them, sort of thing.
100%.
And so any kid coming into the New South Wales jersey with Andrew Johns there, you're not telling me you're going to get up for that.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, but then, you say that because they had Fittler as well.
Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows? They're a weird state. Bigger picture, Queensland have now lost the 2024 decider at Suncorp and the 26 decider at Suncorp. So how badly do we need to pump them at Suncorp next year to get rid of that fucking shit?
Yeah, it's the decider tag, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. Do you blame Magic Round? I blame Magic Round.
I just blame they wanted it more because that's what Origin comes down to me. And we'll come and there's going to be a time where we pump these losers in their own home state. So
yeah, I kind of blame Magic Ground just because everyone's gotten so used, and it's such a great ground to play footy at, that when you run out, yeah, there might be 52,400 and whatever, but they're still cheering. It's still a great atmosphere. Who wouldn't want to play footy in front of all that sort of thing?
Yeah.
So, and again, like you said, Ringer, who wouldn't want to come out and pump the other team in front of 52,000 fucking Queenslanders, sort of thing. So, what about you, Langers? You don't hold much to it, mate? You just think it's a bad coincidence?
Yeah, it's a bit of a bad coincidence, but in saying that, you know, back in the day, the old Suncorp for Origin, like the crowd, it was just all maroon, and there was a speckle of that light blue, and it's
Blatchy's
just like
blues, yeah.
they weren't even allowed to talk if they wanted to survive the night, sort of thing. Whereas now there's a lot more blue. Like I think it's for the ticket sales and whatnot. Like they allow New South Wales to come in, so you don't have just 98% or 99% of the crowd against you as you run out there. You've got your supporters and you've got people cheering for you when your team
You
is
got your
doing the right
bay.
thing. So so you got your home base, I guess, sort of thing. So maybe that might be taking the edge off, because like it would be daunting when you think about it. Like if you were New South Wales and you're running out onto Suncorp and it's just all maroon and just everyone is just giving you just an absolute lip off right at anybody that you just lock eye contact with and they're just fucking India. Like, yeah, it would be pretty daunting. Whereas that I don't think that happens anymore because of just the ratio, I guess, of fans. So it would be good to get that sort of mantle back, I guess you can call it. Yeah, no, I don't think. I don't think it's never really been, well, for me anyway. It's never like we're playing in Suncorp, it's a lock sort of thing. Like I thought we were going to win because of how we played first half of game 1 and game 2. Not because
exactly.
we're playing in Suncorp now. Like that's just sort of like an added bonus sort of thing. Whereas maybe that might not be just an added bonus anymore. Maybe it's just, it'll be good to play at home in Brisbane. Yeah.
And maybe too, like, and leaning back into what Brito was saying before with the emotion that Billy states, maybe there's a link to Billy gets him up too much, because did they look a little bit flat? Like when the pressure got put on, they looked drained and tired, like they didn't have. So maybe, like, are they getting up too much Origin decide, oh, let's go and fucking rip and tear, and they've spent all their energy in the sheds or in the day leading up, instead of, bubbling and exploding on the night.
Didn't Madge put a stop to that walk that New South Wales did?
Yeah,
because of that,
they got them too hype,
sort of thing. There was they got the tunnel there that they got all the grates and everything as they walk down, and because it's such a long walk, they're just pumping and just eyes rolling into the back of their head, sort of thing. And then
remember the fucking shitty cop for that too, and then up come and win the series.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost like they wanted fucking Laurie Daly to sack himself after the second game.
Yeah, exactly.
now he's fucking back to good old Loz.
Wow. He'll get the job next year.
Go again. The last one that I really do want to talk about is the Origin calendar starting to hurt the NRL season? Do we need to move it? Not move it, but do we need to move around it or move it? Langers, what are your thoughts, mate?
I think we definitely need to move the NRLW state of origin, because what the fuck? Playing that before the season even begins is ridiculous. How are you supposed to pick the state's best when you haven't even started the season yet? Like that makes no sense to me. So I think that definitely needs to be moved. If you change the men's, where do you move it to, and will you still get the same vibes?
Yeah.
You can't move it towards the end of the year because you can't have us, Brisbane, we're looking to make the 8. Reece Walsh is our fucking boy who is just basically all of our fucking hopes and dreams are on this lad, and then he plays State of Origin and then gets his head taken off, and then that's it. We're done because Origin's in fucking August instead of May.
Yeah.
So I think it is a hard one. I think you can't have it too early in the season or in the year because you obviously need the players to get a few games under their belt so everybody can see rightio who is in form, who's killing it this year, who's shit this year. So yeah, like, yeah, I don't know. Where else do you go? Like, yeah, I'm happy for option. I'm happy for a change, but where do you go?
I reckon right where it is, cut the fucking NRL off. You're done. Have a month off. Boys go into camp and they don't come out until the game 3. If you have injuries, they obviously drop out. You bring new ones in and you just run that through over a 3-week period. You still have it on your Wednesday if you want, and you're 100% right. You kick it off at 10 a.m. in the morning with the under-19 ladies. Then you have your under-19 men's. Then you have your NRLW ladies. Then you have your NRL men. And fucking, you'll have 52,000 absolutely petrified, fucking alcoholic kidneys going out by the time you get to the men's. But I mean, that's a day that you would pay some serious bicky to just sit there and just gorge yourself on some incredible.
It's like magic round of Origin.
Yeah, magic round of Origin. Fuck it up.
But the only thing I would change from Brito's style is I reckon same thing. 3 weeks block camp for the Origin. However, I would not have the women's because the way they've structured the women's comp is it starts when it starts. So you still play Origin on Wednesdays. The weekend games are your NRLW games, standalone game. So that's your normal season NRLW. But still have your under 17s, under 19s, and then your main comp, like your main dream team NRL fucking Origin on your Wednesdays.
Yeah.
The NRLW takes over your weekends. That's what you get to see. You could promote if the NRL, if the broadcasters wanted something, you put on some funny magic round, Q Cup or New South Wales Cup fixtures on the weekend where you can put that on prime time as a sort of like a step up. But then your women's Origin is post-season.
Yeah.
So that way you've got Origin, men's Origin, with the women's game as your token, like as your highlight for the weekends during that period. You run into the finals for the men and the two comps go along together. You have your grand final, women's Origin, because they have such a long preseason to when they start their comp.
Yeah.
That you could have your internationals, you could have your Samoa, PNG, New Zealand, women's like postseason and your Origin in your 3-week period, and then season over.
Can sign him up, Peter V'landys.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Your boy out here is solving fucking problems that you didn't know you had.
Well, I just think you get more NRL that way.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
I like it. I actually like it now that you've mentioned that. Especially the women.
I love your idea though, like make the Origin Day.
Oh,
because when we went years ago, we had, I think it was under 19s maybe, but the first game was Police, New South Wales Police versus Queensland Police. Like if you're like, we went early because just wanted to get in the piss and be in Suncorp on Origin Day. But I mean, it was fucking shit hot to watch that shit. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. Put a game on.
Yeah.
You know, who gives a shit, and then move into your 19s and then the main game and make it a day. Exactly.
I mean, confraternity carnivals around that time too.
Exactly. Have the final
of the confro before the men run out or something like that. That'd be shit hot.
It's usually a shit hot game.
It's usually a great game. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, if it does change, you heard it here first. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
All right, sweet. That's that done. Thoroughbreds, let us know what your thoughts are on Origin, anything we discussed there. See how we go in the comments on that one. There's a couple of pricky little takes in there. We will move on to Obviously, we didn't have a Hot Shots NRL player of the game this weekend because we had to buy 2 points. But we did have the NRLW player of the game. Nominees were Clark, Upton, Yarrow, Spreadborough. Player of the game went to Tamika. Brought up 52 games, 50 tries, 50 try assists as well. So that's a shitload
Shooting
of points.
lights out.
Yeah. 70 minutes, 3 tries, 12 points in total. 2 line breaks, 1 line break assist, 2 offloads, 18 runs for 169 metres. 42 of them were kick return, 50 metres post contact, 5 tackle breaks, 7 tackles, 1 missed, 0 ineffective, 2 errors, 1 of them handling, and 0 penalty ruck infringements or inside 10. Well done, Tamika, for taking out round 2 of the NRL. Well deserved. Big captain's knock there as well.
She's one of them players that you've got to find a reason to not give it to her most weeks, isn't it?
Yeah.
You kind of look like, oh, Tamika, you were amazing. However, let's have a look at somebody else who's playing it pretty good. I wonder what she's going to do next weekend. We'll see. It will be an interesting game. We'll get to that in a bit. No Gronk, even though his team won today. He said he'll save it for a full show. So I reckon he's waiting to just shit on us after the Panthers put 50 on us.
Exactly.
Fucking dog.
Dog.
No voicemail either, but that's all right, Thoroughbreds. We didn't have a game on, so that's okay.
Stu's obviously been busy.
Yeah.
Come on, Stu.
Proper. He's gonna love that hat backwards comment, Langers, I reckon. Fuck me. We're gonna start getting video fucking messages from the lad. Men's injuries. Corey Jensen, season. We'll get to that in a little bit. That's what Ezra, shoulder is still to be confirmed. Adam Reynolds still to be confirmed. Alblex Tafar coming back from syndesmosis surgery, round 23. Jack Goz should be available this week from broken ribs, and so should Brendan Piakura. Going to be a very interesting team list this week.
It's going to be fucking wild team list, though.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have Haas, we'll have Walsh, Paddy. So we do have to go down there, Combank Stadium.
They are vulnerable, to be fair.
They are. Maybe.
Right, so
be a great
more vulnerable
boil
than fucking we are.
Yeah. Be a great boil over if we do, that's for sure. No one's thankfully suspended. We are coming up against the Panthers. They had the bye as well. So it's a 13-day turnaround for Penrith and a 12-day turnaround for the Broncos. Kicks off 7:50 on Thursday at Combank Stadium. Head-to-head, we've played 28. We still got the upper hand. 52% of the games we've taken out.
Yeah.
Even though they did have that dominant 4-year period, 5 years, 6 year, however fucking long you want to say, still got a little bit of the wood on them. Ladder position. You said 14th, didn't you?
Yeah, 14th and the live ladder.
Up against first. So that's fun. Wins this season, 5 out of 16, 31% versus 13 out of 16 at 81%. Odds, I need to have a quick check on the odds because I
think Broncos are paying like $5 or something just to win.
Oh, fuck.
It's not great.
Obviously, last time we faced them was round 1. They beat the fucking brakes off us 26-0. And the time before that, though, was a good one, 16-14 preliminary final. Have you heard about it?
Great game.
Right.
Remember when we lifted the shield?
Oh.
Yeah,
that's right. I need to learn how to get myself around this this new little app that we're using.
Have they put the odds up because we're on a buy?
That's why I couldn't. That's why I couldn't get it up before this show. I was meant to do the updating.
Yeah,
but it's here.
Are you ready? Oh, you got it?
Yeah, you read it out.
Penrith Panthers, $1.17. Brisbane Broncos, $5.10. The line is 13.5.
Holy shit. That might get a nibble.
So for Penrith 13 plus, and this is disrespectful, and I'm personally going to fucking burn sports bets down, $1.74 to beat us 13 plus. So Broncos are paying, ready Thoroughbreds, ready for everyone to max exodus your houses, $15, 13 plus.
Put money on it right.
Line it up. I'm putting it on right fucking now.
Money on it right now.
Hope it's going to run through Western Sydney. Fucking all them will be at $15.
Jesus
Like, that's
Christ.
disrespectful to a fucking premiership team. And I know we've been shit. But if we stand up a team with Ezra Mariner, fucking Reese, Paddy Payne, Ricky Piakura, Willison,
You reckon Karapani's getting picked?
he better. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not at the point where you're the biggest dick in the world, but he's our best winger. We can't play fucking.
You know what happened over on? He was meant to play on the weekend in Q Cup, but the QRL actually stepped in and enforced their own punishment because they weren't aware that he was going to be selected, so they just left it. But then they found out, so they stepped in and was like, "Nah, bro, you're banned from all football." So that's how thin ice he is at the moment. Apparently. That's just disgusting. Let's move on. Women's. So injuries, and this will tell you how short of a season the NRLW. Shalom did her ACL in, I guess, pre-off season. I think. It wasn't in the Nationals, was it? No, she did it after that, and she's gonna miss this entire year.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because it takes so long to come back, and their season's already dusted,
that
sort of thing.
So short. Yeah, true.
So yeah, we won't see her until next year. Fortunately, the only other person on the list is Hayley Maddock, who's obviously off pregnant with her first child. She's out until next year. And that's all from there. There's no suspensions or anything, so they're all being good. Broncos v Tigers, Sunday, 1:45 at Totally Workwear Stadium. Get down there. It is an amazing atmosphere to go watch footy at Totally Workwear Stadium.
Yeah, you've been there, hey?
Yeah, really good. Kids love it. Lots of stuff to get involved. Face painting, the whole thing. 10-day turnaround for the Broncos. 8 days for the Tigers. Tigers yet to get a win over the Broncos. They have had a bit of a good start to the season. They are 2-2, as we're looking at it. And then, so it's first up against third. I think there's 3 teams now that are undefeated: Roosters, Tigers, Broncos.
Yeah.
So, I guess we've never had to worry about the Tigers because the last 2 times we met them, it was 44-14.
Yeah.
In 2024, and then last year, 28-4. However, this year, they seem to have come out with a bit of tenacity, I guess you could say. So, have you got the odds there for that one, Ringer? I can get it.
Let me cook.
Let him cook.
Why? I'm fucking going to throw this brand new phone away. It won't recognise my face. It doesn't know who I am. So we are $1.25 and the Tigers are $4.
See, that's not even. I thought we would have been shorter than that.
It doesn't seem fair that Penrith are shorter. That in the men's game, they're shorter than we are in the women's game. That's telling you a lot about where the season's going. But okay, so we'll go to big win, little win. Broncos 1-12, $2.95. Broncos 13 plus $1.90. Anyway, so Broncos 13 plus is a great bet there.
What's the
to make it 2 plus?
Yeah, I need Robbo to hit for me. I've been on
to make it and Robbo 2 plus.
I've been on the Robbo 2 plus for the last 2 games and fuck, hasn't worked. What's the line?
Line is, I don't know if it has one because it didn't have any try scorers.
Okay.
So
yeah, okay.
Oh no, 11.5. $1.99 each way. So that's getting pounded into the core of the earth.
Get a gamble responsibly.
Gamble responsibly.
Bet
Not
for fun and not
Yeah.
for the rent, as we always say, Thoroughbreds. That's us. Done and dusted. Nice little buy round potty. Thoroughbreds are going to be excited. We actually put out a fucking podcast on a buy round. Apologies for that, Thoroughbreds. We've been flat out.
Busy lives at the moment. It's fucking
Busy.
intense.
Oh, we do have another announcement coming up, but we'll save it for the next potty.
Yeah.
A little bit in the
But
works.
very
there.
cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Little pickup.
Yeah. In form of content wise, I guess so.
Sure.
Yeah.
Langers is starting an OnlyFans.
Yeah. How do they get
Backwards hats?
How do they get so many followers? We've figured it out. All right. Yeah, that's enough for us, guys. Let us know what your thoughts are. Who's got the shittest take? Who do you agree with? Head over to the socials if you haven't already. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, Threads. We're on all of it. Spotify, Apple, YouTube, wherever else you can pick us up. Have a look for us. A like on the post costs you guys nothing. A comment gives us motivation. Sharing our content introduces the page to others, and hitting the favorite button helps us with engagement as well. Get your voicemails in. Get your tips sorted. Get your super coach sorted as well. Congratulations if you had Nico Hines with a VC or a C. Fucking
dog.
You probably versed me and just pounded me. I'm about to have the biggest week I've had all season, and I've lost every single fucking head-to-head. So it's about how my life goes. Bet responsibly, bet for fun and not for the rent. Keep pushing through and the black dog at arm's length. Be a contributor to society. Remember, you matter, and that's all that matters. Take those breaks for yourself when you need them. Take it easy. We'll catch you next week.
Cheers, Thoroughbreds.
Good on you, Thoroughbred.